Investigators say they found Stephen Avery's blood in Teresa Halbach's SUV and DNA on a key that starts that vehicle hidden in his bedroom.
Sarah Thompson is live in Chilton with more on today's development. Sarah.
Cammie, investigators now say they've not only found several pieces of evidence that prove Stephen Avery did kill Teresa Halbach, they say he tried to cover it all up.
It is no longer a question, at least in my mind as the special prosecutor in this case, who is responsible for, in this case, the death of Teresa Halbach.
Special Prosecutor Ken Kratz has no problem pointing his finger at Stephen Avery. But what he will not say is if he thinks Avery murdered Teresa Halbach alone or if he had an accomplice.
That investigation continues, and we're not going to comment on that. We know Mr. Avery is the individual responsible for her taking of her life.
They know that because of Stephen Avery's blood found in 4 places inside her SUV. Plus, his DNA was found on a key used to start that SUV. That key was hidden inside his bedroom.
This key wasn't just sitting open in plain view, but like much of the other evidence, including the license plates of the Halbach vehicle, including the vehicle itself, it was hidden, in our opinion, to avoid detection, to avoid prosecution.
They say they also found Halbach's cell phone and camera materials inside a burn barrel near Stephen Avery's house. Now, Kratz says he does not believe that any of this evidence was planted. He says it was just found in too many places on the property to think that someone actually carried around that DNA and planted it to try to frame Stephen Avery. He says, quote, "That's absurd." Stephen Avery is expected to be charged with first-degree intentional homicide sometime in the next few days. Reporting live in Chilton, Sarah Thompson, Action 2 News.
We've also learned new information tonight about things investigators removed from Stephen Avery's property, and our Isabel Kelly has details on what was found inside search warrant affidavits filed today.
Inside these documents, we found disturbing information about what investigators discovered on Stephen Avery's property.
I was there promptly after investigators returned a list of items recovered on the Avery's property, and the list is long. Wisconsin registration plates of Teresa's vehicle, charred material of a cell phone and digital camera, handcuffs, leg irons, cutting instruments, claw and rubber hammers, charred clothing found in burned barrels, ashes, and much more. Other than remains of a woman's teeth and bone, investigators noted the amount of blood found around Avery's property. Investigators located about 7 different locations within the garage floor where a dried red substance which appeared to be blood was found. Additionally, investigators wrote, they observed a dried red substance which appears to be blood on the wood trim and side door of Stephen Avery's residence. The door and trim was located in close proximity to a bedroom, which contained identifiers for Stephen Avery. And beyond the bedroom area, they found blood even around the bathroom. Investigators identified a red dried substance, which appeared to be blood on the bathroom floor in front of the washer and dryer in the residence of Stephen Avery.
Now, the next few days may reveal more evidence found on Avery's property as there are 10 more search warrants pending.
Isabel, thank you. When the investigation pointed his way last week, Stephen Avery said he had nothing to hide. Jason Allen joined us live in the studio now with some of the things he told us in interviews. Jason?
Stephen Avery never had a problem talking to us about the case and may even have shown us a cut that investigators say ties him to the murder.
Stephen Avery started to tear up when we talked to him about the case in his parents' home near Crivets on Monday. But as he wipes away tears, look at the cut on his right hand. The special prosecutor revealed today there is a wound seen in TV interviews that produced the blood found in Teresa Halbach's car. On that day, though, Avery flat out told us he was the one being hurt.
We're victims. We're all victims.
3 days earlier, we were on the Avery property in Manitowoc County, where he showed us the van he says he wanted to sell, claiming Halbach's time there was short.
Easy. Take a picture, collect the money, and say hi, and that's about it.
And several times he pointed to his 2003 release from prison after doing 18 years for a rape DNA proved he didn't do, and his pending lawsuit for that as a reason investigators might be setting him up.
I'm fed up pretty much. I think I had enough from him, from the law enforcement and justice department and everything else. They keep on running around and everything else. I'm starting not to trust the Justice Department now.
Avery told us the whole investigation was an attempt to take him down, and not just him, but his whole family and the business this time.
Well, tonight, the rest of the Avery family is still not allowed on the property. Investigators are still executing the search warrants there, but say the family should be able to return home in the next few days. A prayer service was just getting underway for Teresa Halbach in Sherwood just as that announcement was being made. Jerry Burke reports those attending found out about it after the service and said the timing was ironic.
Trip up my feet.
The service was held at Sacred Heart. Teresa Halbach was a volleyball coach at its school. Her family attended the service. They knew about the Avery charges, but didn't tell anyone. Many of Teresa's students took a personal part in the service.
For Teresa, so she may be freed from pain and fear, we pray to the Lord.
As the service ended, word spread about what happened. Many, including the pastor, found the timing appropriate.
Yeah, well, in a way, it does seem a bit ironic. Of course, you know, we always have the confidence that prayers will be answered, and I think a certain resolution of the situation is good for the family.
Many wondered aloud about Stephen Avery.
I think it's very sad that he was allowed out of prison, because I would say people like Lori Deppis and other people that have disappeared, I would continue to search his property in case, if this is the heart of this man, he was capable of committing other murders.
As Teresa's family left the church, they asked to be left alone. Jerry Burke, Action 2 News, Sherwood.
Another special prayer service will be held tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for Teresa. It will be held at Pilgrim Congregational Church in Green Bay.